such an asshole.
Hello, children, assholeconsulting.com. Getting right under the wire. Might get them all done before New Year's Eve. Questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. Save them until 2021. And, I'm not getting back till the 2nd or 3rd. Hi, Aaron. This is a video request. Mainly, I think I know what I need to do, but I need you to beat it in my head and push me into action. I haven't watched your videos for a while, but I'm guessing there have been many. How do I deal with the on way of the lockdown videos in league with the how do I get the ladies request? So yeah, here I am asking, how do I deal with the on way of the lockdown with details of my particular case? I haven't done that. That's a good question. Now, if 40 other people come in here and start asking me like, hey, how do I... I'm going to charge you $45. I'm just going to send the same link I just did for you right now. And I've done that before. Of course, I requested some videos from you before, but since you don't memorize the details of our lives to your clients, thank you so much for realizing that. Hey, Clary, what's up? So things have been kind of going okay. Who the fuck are you? I sent you a request in 2015. The one guy that sent me a request in 2015. Literally 4,000 clients, and so thank you for recognizing that. So here it goes. Straight white male, millennial, very well in his 30s, almost Gen X, but not quite. I live in a liberal shithole. No kids, never married. PhD in STEM, and I make lots of money for Globo Tech Corp in downtown. Where have all the good men gone? Have you seen any? Because I would think you might see some good, but if you're not 6 feet tall, you're not a good man with your PhD in STEM, making a lot of money, successfully and gainfully employed. The good men were gone, have they all? I also like the fact that we get some like really accomplished people tuning in every once in a while. It's like, yeah, we are winning. Yeah. Oh, no. I have been having real issues with working lately, namely because of the vertigo cabin fever I'm experiencing from being in a confined space for so long. Also, the level of political correctness since George Floyd died of his meth and fentanyl and booze cocktail has been just so over the top. I've seen people openly attacking white men as a group on the company chat rooms and message boards in a completely extreme way, similar to the tweets of Saira Rao. BLM has been put on such a pedestal that even the most modest critique is a fireable offense. Well, it's really funny. At the company, it's headed up by a group of people, we'll just say, including the CEO herself. And yet we are being required to attend white privilege seminar. I just want to start throwing around the irony, I guess. I'm trying to protect you what I am. There's a group of people that head up this company, and it doesn't make any sense they're jumping on this white privilege bandwagon, is kind of what you're saying. But you get to suffer the effects of it at your office, I guess is what you're saying. What's especially interesting is basically every black person I talked to here said they've had no problems. Again, trying not to identify you. Running with the BLM. Yeah, I mean, and also keep in mind, I know this may shock you. Not all black people believe in Black Lives Matter and are a bunch of Marxist communists. And I'm assuming, obviously, you're in a professional work environment. Oh my God, did you know Dre someday, when he hits puberty, will become a professional black person? Yes, even Dre, even a Marine. So yeah, this doesn't surprise me at all. It's very hard for me to focus on my work for a company that has such a level of contempt for my unchosen gender and ethnicity, and to call me privileged, having originated in a trailer park. This, combined with Coronachan cabin fever, almost makes my head explode when I look at my emails, and half of them are from diversity coordinators. Oh, wow. Can you just like put those on spam? I've been taking extended leave because this is driving me so crazy. I can't get a hell of a lot done the last few months for work. All I wanted to do with my working life is just write some numerical analysis algorithms and make money. Nope. No. All you people going into STEM, you thought you're going to, it is more important you bow down at the womans and minorities. Even if you happen to be a womans or minorities, don't care if you got more important stuff to do. We're all going to be forced to attend this church, whether we want to attend or not. We will all pay a price. I have some maybe dubious mental diagnoses, so it seems like they're letting me off the hook a bit. I want to criticize all of this, but I don't want to end up like James Damore. If I say anything, all this will turn into a shitstorm, and everything I say will get leaked on Vox or BuzzFeed or Verge. And what, be forgotten about 5 minutes after it's said? Who really edit everything I say to make me look like I'm fucking Himmler. This isn't paranoia, Okay. So for the first question, how do I handle all this new diversity bullshit seminar I have to do now? I'm thinking of just agreeing and amplifying as sort of a reducto ad absurdum for these policies. You say diversity is good for this. I have an idea. I think we should cut our entire tech division and replace it its entirety with HR diversity coordinators instead of programming. We can just sit in these seminars and discuss diversity all day. Then our stock price will go really high because diversity is so good for business. You'll get fired. Another option is just acting like a retard, very slow and just not getting it and blaming a dubious ADHD Berger's diagnosis if anybody says anything. That's what I would do. Because then you could claim you're just, look, I've said this a million times before. Remove all race, gender, disability, whatever. It's traits. That's all it is. It's not even traits. It's lazy people who want to make money off of their traits through victimhood politics. That's it. And it doesn't matter whether what your race or gender, it doesn't. Because, well, obviously you have race, you can visually identify that. Oh, you're this or you're that. You're female, typically visually identify. But if you're a white guy, or let's say you're, what is it? It's Malaysia. Or was it not Jakarta, Indonesia? Point is, forget, if you're not part of the main group is what I'm saying. Now you could claim you're a minority and then you are entitled to all the victimhood stats and all that. But keep in mind, it has nothing to do with the race or the gender or anything like that. It's lazy people cowardly hiding behind a trait they were born with because they don't want to work. Now, to the majority population, in this particular country's case, white males, you can't, like, well, we're the majority, so we're the oppressor group by default. Well, no longer, fellow white guys. You could claim to have the ahid. You can have a case of, well, I'm transitioning. I identify as a woman, right? Rachel Dolezal is the perfect example. And so now white males can claim to have a mental disability, and now you're disabled. You could play this game too. And so if you want like a little bit of a... I would claim that in your town, you could claim you're a woman. I'd go in and get your ID changed or just have to say you're gay. Go to your boss like, hey, we do anything for your Gay Pride Month? And then so that's a good shield you could use. But you're not getting, here's the problem. It doesn't matter what traits you have. Even if you are the celebrated trait in these corporations, you still got to go to these damn seminars. All right? And I'm pretty sure we can ask any woman or minority, they don't like going to these seminars. But you guys vote for that disproportionately. So your problem isn't solved. You just like secure your position a little bit better. So how do you handle it? You just, dude, it doesn't matter. Here's how you handle it. You really want to know how you handle it? Go get this book, How Not to Become a Millennial. Go to the chapter, your career is not the most important thing in life, and then realize what the nature of a career and a job is. And then you'll realize it doesn't matter if you go there and sit in all diversity meetings. It doesn't go there and matter if you program your best programming ever. You got to get it out of your head that you are paid to do what you wanted to do. You are paid to do what they tell you to do. You are their bitch for 8 hours a day. And of ultimate importance to you is not, well, they're having me file or sit in these stupid meetings. Is that you are getting paid. How much are you getting paid per hour? And that's the number one thing. And once you can, in a Zen-like way, remove yourself from any of this, it doesn't matter. An hour in a diversity meeting or an hour in a regular meeting, it's still an hour of your life gone. How much money did you make? You want me to sit through diversity meetings? Okay, you're going to pay me $300 an hour. I'll sit there with the... Yeah, right on. Yes. Brothers and sisters, go. Yes. Keep making sure that check don't bounce. Whatever you want to hear. Yeah, I'll apologize. Right. Oh, I apologize for things I didn't do because my ancestors didn't come over. I found out like the early 1900s, but never mind. What do you want? Is that money? Okay. Yeah, I'll tell you. You got to be Oprah. Tell them what they want to hear. Play the game. So, I mean, now I'd also be applying for another job. Because if this company is going to go this route, here's the problem. I fear some, not all, some of these companies are going to face their brand name, their product, which probably has really good loyalty and a lot of people will buy it. I don't care how good your product is, your brand name or your services. If you don't have at least somewhat competent management somewhere, and we're having this insane asylum, the emperor has no clothes craziness going on, and more managerial resources are spent on the good feels and the diversities and the Women's Day and all that. These companies are not going to last. There's going to be financial costs and consequences to their bottom line, and they're going to start laying people off. So I think now would be a good time to start finding yourself a lifeboat. Start applying for other jobs. Second, what should I do here in the short term? How can I focus on this job and not be bothered by the endless fentanyl Floyd stuff? Stoicism, yeah. Are you paying me? Okay. You don't even work. You don't physically work there. Aren't you telecommuting? How the hell do I do that? I'm thinking maybe an attitude should be, I'm getting paid a lot of money to read the equivalent of stupid cyber row tweets that... Go get this book. Read the chapter. Your career is not the most important thing in life. And then I will have solved your problem. I need a longer term plan too. I have a few $100,000 in assets. And I'm thinking about heading out to a third world country X when Coronachan ends. I lived in third world country X a few years ago and visited a few times. I can live like a king there, and the average female is a 7. I can actually date 20-something girls, so I would be shamed for being age inappropriate in the U.S. No. You could do that. You could move to third world country X. I'd get a job that you could do remotely, but you could do that. That's fine. You could unplug. I'm thinking of finding a remote job at a smaller American tech company while I'm in third world country X. Usually these are less silly about the diversity stuff. They don't have the vanity of spending endless amounts of money to just talk about diversity. Finding another job. Be clear during the interviews. Like, I do not sit in diversity meetings. I don't sit in empowerment meetings. I don't sit in sensitivity meetings. I do my job. You pay me. That was it from Nathan Fillion, I think. And then I go home. You get or just go contract. Watch my video, The End of Corporate Meritocracy, and you'll see the real world that you're in. Now what I need is this. I need to bitch and rant like you usually do about how the corporate world sucks. I should run off to a third world country X. I know this, but I need to hear it from you. It's just so bondage sadomasochistic. Also, you need a rant for a while about how lazy and fat the people in my area are and how unattractive the girls are. Yeah, but what good is that going to do? I know that. You know that. Why are you still there? I'll tell you what I'm getting sick and tired of. I'm getting sick and tired of career questions where I have to ask you people, how many jobs did you apply for? None. Bag a dick store. on 3rd and Main. Go there, get the extra special large and extra special crunchy bag of dicks and go choke on them. Leave. All right. So apply for jobs, apply for contract positions. I think if you own a place in this town, you could sell for quite a pretty penny and go somewhere else. You know what you could do, guys? Another thing you could all do. You just say no to woke companies. If a company says, you just ask, like, you could act as a group of self-respecting men and women and say, I don't sit on diversity meetings. I don't get lectured. I do my job. You pay me and I go home. I'm not wasting my time. Heck, I've even gotten to the point where I don't sit in company meetings unless I'm specifically needed for something. And if I am, I come in there, I say my shit, then I get back to my desk and I work. But you guys you do know you don't have to tolerate this. You can Lester burn them up and go work at McDonald's. You could do something else. This is why you should also be minimalist. Let them just starve them of talent and capital. Starve them. How far do you think the Titanic was going to get, minus the iceberg, without their engineers and mechanics? Right? Stop being engineers and mechanics. It's one thing if you're an engineer and mechanic and people on the upper decks are like having their cocktails in it. It's another thing if they're calling you racist and sexist and that you're oppressing them. Like, you not get the fuck out of here. You can have self-respect. You could even charge, like, oh, well, diversity, just so you know, I charge extra for diversity meetings and apolitical stuff. Anything where I'm told I'm the bad guy or I got to be sensitive, yeah, I charge a lot extra for that. That's like $1,000 a meeting. I don't sit on them otherwise. So I could rant and yell about how ugly the women are in that area, and you know that, and I know that, and anyone who knows this town knows that. What good is that going to do you? Go. Oh, there's one more thing I need to rant about me. You want me to, you got a new hobby, which I can't mention because I'll identify. Can I call you a lazy fuck and tell me to get out? Yeah, I can. I think I'm going to charge more. 2021 is going to be the year of, I think I'm going to charge more. Because if you guys want me to be your dominatrix, as it were, mentally, philosophically, yeah, it's going to cost a lot of money. Here's what you need to do. Okay. You need to apply for jobs. You need to apply for contract work, get a little side business going on. You need to start getting out. Here's in general stuff you can do to fight the ennui of the great and merciful Coronachan. All right. Diet and exercise. Make sure you get your exercise. Make sure you get your sun because we're in the middle of winter right now and there ain't a lot of sun out here nowadays. I'd walk and run and do cardio over lift weights. Don't drink booze. Take your vitamins. But another important thing is just get out of your environment. Dude, when I'm not in Minnesota, I'm happy. I'm in Vegas, I'm hiking, doing things. I'm in South Dakota. Well, it's kind of cold there now. I'm like, I can walk into a cigar lounge and not have to wear a mask. I'm treated like an adult. When we were in Utah, me and the great one and my buddy and Sergeant Craig, it was great. We had real dinner, real breakfast every morning. Went hiking. We were left alone. People were treated like adults. Go. There's other states where you leave. But God Almighty, you know, it's not lie around and mope. Okay, that's millennial. That's emo. Maybe you can watch some Winona Ryder movies from the 90s and read some Sylvia Plath. But read that chapter in that book. Understand that. Apply for other jobs. Insist you're not doing it, otherwise you're not going to take it. And if you don't get it, go on the government dole. Yeah, okay, I could go on the government dole for a bit. Find a location independent contract gig, and then get your way out to that third world country. Aaron, how do I? You just have standards and you refuse to deal with diversity HR victim whoring professionals. Yeah. Right. No, I have your concerns. I understand your concerns, buddy, about getting doxxed and all that. Don't worry. I didn't identify anything. That's why I changed your hobby. But yeah, man, just it's like don't let the bastards get you down, and going forward, make it so when you have a new life, you don't deal with diversity meetings, you don't deal with politics at work. There's even a job board, unwoke.com. Go there, look for companies that are hiring unwoke people. Unwoke companies hire unwoke people. Thomas Landrum for $2 with a super sticker. I don't know what it is. What are you trying to emulate Atham with these super stickers? Swallow Blue for $5. Fun fact, Tesla actually made a profit for the first quarter of 2020. Good. With or without government aid. With or without my money. See, if you guys all gave me billions in dollars in government aid, I might have a profitable quarter too. Not just a very expensive hobby where I spend money inefficiently making cars, but then requiring extra people forfeit more of their lives so that I can be good and whole on all the other people's time I consume by promising them salaries and money for their services and wares to build my cars that I didn't charge enough for to cover those people's expenses. Fedoid 2, $2. Masculine presenting trans lesbian from Turd Flinging Monkey. Yes, that's another thing you could do, dude. Is you could say you're transitioning. That's the easy way to do it. But an even easier way, go get your birth certificate changed to female, identify as a female, and then you can play them at their own game. Tucson Razorbacks for $5. Cappy, check out Catherine Austin Fitz, U.S. Assistant Secretary of Housing for Housing during the George Bush presidency. Is she hot? Oh, the Herbert Walker Bush? She can't be hot. They're all old. Catherine Austin Fitz. This better be a hot chick. Okay. Oh, good Christ. What? No. Joe Jones, tell them you're a lesbian trapped in a man's body. Okay, we got it, guys. MCJ, $5. Hey, Aaron, happy holidays. I read your book, Worthless, and I am now on the path to becoming a computer programmer. There you go. There you go. And all you have to do, MCJ, is when you start applying for jobs, you identify as female and say, oh, I just want to let you know I'm gay. I'm gay pride, whatever it is. You play the game, you get your experience, and then you start applying for jobs where they need your programming skills. And you say, oh yeah, I don't do woke bullshit. No, I come here to do my job. You take your politics, shove them up your ass. Chad Elkins in the house. That's it. There we go. Okay. Questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. Oh, by the way, if you're like, oh, I have the ennui, I have the depression during the Coronachan, may I recommend my new book, The Book of Numbers, Analyzing the ROI of the Pursuit of Women. I got this in the mail yesterday. It's a good read. It's a funny read. It's a depressing read. It's a read of a lot of things. Links to everything down below. See you guys later. Toodles.